Toni Storm has a challenge for Shayna Baszler to fight whenever, wherever. He is here to challenge his tag team of Wwe Jose and Juice Robinson 2 weeks from now against the New Foundation. Huge clothesline from Austin, and the fight breaks out to the outside. Austin sending Bret the Hitman Hart into the barricade. Hello and welcome Universe Mode. This is NXT. After a very hectic week on the main stage, let's hope for a little bit more serenity from NXT here tonight. Whether or not we'll get that, that's a completely different question, and probably an answer that I don't want to know. What I do know though here tonight is that for the first time since winning his NXT Championship at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, Brian Cage is in action in the main event of the evening. He's going one-on-one against Kassius Ohno. That is going to be a pretty damn big matchup, as is most of these matches here tonight. Going to be a lot of interest coming our way. I'm excited to see what happens here tonight in NXT. So without further ado, let's get straight into business. And it's time to start tonight's action with a guy who might be eyeing up what his future holds here on NXT. It's not him. It's the guy who comes out next. Nevertheless, though, Kalisto is coming out towards the ring right now. He's going to be in action against Hideo Itami. We saw Kalisto and Metalik in action last week, I believe it was, against the tag team champions of Broken Brilliance, of course, Pentagon Jr. and Matt Hardy, who are lining up for their next challenges. Lovely shot of the trampoline there. But Kalisto definitely going to be a useful asset in this matchup to see how Hideo Itami is coping since NXT TakeOver New Orleans, and of course where he is following that victory over Kushida, and where his mind is and where he's thinking about to go next, what his next chapter holds for him. I do wonder what is next in line for Hideo Itami. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities this guy could take. I mean, he's got a lot of momentum coming his way following off of that victory over Kushida. Of course, Kushida's moved on to greener pastures now on ECW, as we've seen this past week. Hideo Itami, though, has his own opening, has his own chance, really, to make something happen here on NXT. Now free from the whole discussion about himself and Kushida, now free from even the shadow of Kushida. It's all about Itami. It's all about what he wants to do, how he wants to do it. This is now Hideo Itami's time, essentially. He doesn't have to worry about being in the discussions with Kushida. He doesn't have to worry about talking about why he turned his back on Kushida. He doesn't even have to worry about if he thinks he's better than Kushida. I imagine in Itami's mind, he certainly thinks he is because of that win at TakeOver New Orleans. Nevertheless, this is a test for Hideo Itami. It's been over a month since we last saw him in action, and now he's got to prove that he definitely is on the same level. Not too sure why the referee is in the crowd, but okay. Things are a little bit weird here tonight as we start things off in the Hammerstein Ballroom, I've noticed, but that's fine. That's fine. Let's hope some calm returns. Here we go, though. Bell rings. Calling about type to get us underway here. Itami going to look to try and pretty much ground Kalisto, stop him from being able to execute any kind of moves, stop his speed, and just kick away at him, really, until he is ready to finish things off with a go to sleep. Oh, spinning backwards right from the start there. But yeah, very exciting evening of action to see the new NXT champion in one-on-one action. Our main event, of course, we saw the new NXT Women's Champion last week in Io Shirai. And after some great back-to-back main events on NXT as of late as well, between was it Toni Storm and Wwe 2K19 2 weeks ago, and then last week with Ishii and Lethal. Now it's Brian Cage's turn to show not only why he is the NXT champion, but how he is going to look to control this brand with that belt around his waist. Right now, though, focusing back on this matchup. Kushida getting a little bit of offense in. Counter by Itami. In the corner he goes. This time, Itami gets all of that running big boot in the corner. Now it's time for the power advantage that Itami has to connect. Big time. Sit out power bomb. Kalisto. In a little bit of trouble right there. Able to respond. Tilt-a-whirl. Head scissors. Down goes Itami. And rolling to the outside as well as Itami. Taking a breather. Kalisto probably could have capitalized on the moment there. Didn't, but he gets that Hurricanrana back in the ring. Definitely the speed that God damn it, Kalisto. That Kalisto has right now is one-upping Itami a little bit. And this is that, as I said, about that test of Itami, where he is right now. And we're seeing that maybe even after that win, he's not as good as he's said himself to be. And he's not on the level that he might expect himself to be as well. There's that guillotine there over that top rope. Itami, double foot stomp. Kalisto moves out of the way. Irish whip now. Chance for Kalisto to take advantage. Itami just pretty much grounding him in his tracks there, stopping both men from capitalizing. Regal plex. Lovely bridge. Leg is hooked. Trying to put him away. Can only get a count of one though. Gets him up to his feet now. Oh, there's a running boot right into the face of Kalisto. Will it finish him off? Yeah, victory for Itami. Not quite yet. But it seems as if that things have turned around for Itami now. He's putting things together again. He's getting back on top of his game. Look for a knee drop there. Moving out of the way though is Kalisto once again. Mistake made by Itami, trying too much in this matchup maybe, and it doesn't pay out the way that he wants it to. Kalisto now trying to keep him down. Lifting him up. Is he going to take him to the ropes? Yeah, most certainly is, and he's going to use them to launch Itami back into the middle of the ring now. Kalisto could be in for a big victory here. It's stopped though by Itami. Irish whip off the ropes. Duck under from him as well. Good counter from Kalisto though. This has definitely not gone the way that Itami would have wanted to kick things off on NXT here. Kalisto pulling himself up to his feet. Looks for a drop kick in the corner there. Itami with the counter. Drop kick of his own. Hit Kalisto hard with it, and now Itami looking to finish things off. GTS, go to sleep. He covers Kalisto after the go to sleep, and Hideo Itami has won it on NXT. Not as clean cut as he would have liked, not as good, essentially, is the word that's coming to my mind, as he would have liked it. But Itami gets the win here this evening to kick off on NXT. Where and what does the future hold for Hideo Itami now? Time will only tell, but you got to imagine there is confidence in the mind of Itami, and he is hoping that it can lead him to bigger and better things. Free of Kushida now. Itami left to do things by his own merit. Whether or not that'll be a success, though, we will find out as time goes on. Good way to kick things off here on NXT. Time to move on to our next contest of the evening. And it is time for this next match of the evening to be a pretty interesting one, and a test for this woman on NXT. Candice LeRae going to go one-on-one against Rhea Ripley. Of course, we know the trifecta is up on the main roster, but Rhea Ripley stayed in NXT for a little bit longer. Seems as if the legacy of trifecta has not been removed just yet from NXT. But it is Candice LeRae who has the focus on her, I would imagine, in this match, maybe more so than Rhea Ripley. LeRae's job here is to try and show what she can do on NXT in a match with an incredibly tough opponent like Ripley is. LeRae, of course, has had some success. I mean, you know, she joined the Universe full-time well, around the same time as TakeOver New Orleans, and of course she got to the semi-finals in the Mae Young Classic. But this woman, on the other hand, is not interested in any of those stats. She's interested in perhaps pushing and just demolishing her way through the field and going all the way to that NXT Women's Championship, trying to do what Tessa Blanchard and Jazzy Gabert did, be that member of Trifecta to hold the NXT Women's Championship. She may not be with Blanchard and Gabert as much anymore, but that doesn't change the fact that she can make something happen here. That doesn't change the fact that Rhea Ripley is still a dangerous person, a dangerous woman here on NXT that Io Shirai has to keep an eye out for. If Io Shirai, Io Shirai is incredibly in-ring savvy, and she knows not to pretty much bow away, really, from a woman like Rhea Ripley. But she has to be aware of the danger that could come from Ripley in this one. She has to be aware that even if Ripley is on her own, she is still just as dangerous as she was with Trifecta. And I think Candice LeRae is going to figure that out as well as she gets her stepping stone here on NXT. Look at that, LeRae coming out of the gates there, swinging in with a huge leaping lariat. She knows how big this chance is for her. She knows how much this has on the line for her. And it's her job, really, to try and ground Rhea Ripley's momentum here, to try and make sure that she can't get things going, to try and make sure that she isn't everything that I just said. But Rhea Ripley coming out of these gates with a lot of aggression to her. This is the first time we've seen Ripley since Trifecta not only lost the NXT Women's Championship, but moved on to Monday Night Raw. LeRae fighting back a little bit here. Look at this now, fighting with quick strikes, but Rhea Ripley quick to stop it. Duck under now from Ripley. Big boot in the face to LeRae there. This is definitely a tough test for Candice LeRae on NXT. Let's just say that. And she is going to fight on, though. Like husband, like wife, I imagine. The underdog mentality, the resiliency of both LeRae and Gargano has led Gargano to so much success on ECW. Can it lead LeRae to a big upset win here over Ripley tonight, I wonder? Kick out at one there by LeRae. And Ripley just able to stop her in her tracks right away there. Big boot in the corner again here this evening. Rhea Ripley just running down Candice LeRae with it, and then literally running down Candice LeRae with a shoulder tackle there. Cover made. There's one. Kick out. Oh my goodness. Nothing flashy about that one. Just a hard right into the face of Candice LeRae. Abdominal stretch now by Ripley as she is looking to torment LeRae, to send her point to Io Shirai, to the rest of the women's division. The trifecta isn't finished yet. Lovely head scissors takedown there by LeRae to fight herself out of that hold. Gets countered. And might have been looking for a strike. Ripley caught the arm though. Brings her in. Riptide. Riptide from Rhea Ripley, and this one is all but over. Ripley with victory to her name. Shirai, Iwatani, everyone else better keep their eyes open. Better keep their eyes open, because this woman is charging full steam ahead for the opportunity of the title. Blanchard and Gabbett may be gone, but that doesn't mean for a second the trifecta is done for in NXT. LeRae back up on her feet and disappointed with her defeat to go with it. Oh, but Ripley hasn't finished her business for the evening. She's taking a microphone into her hands right now. Rhea Ripley with something to say, it seems. Whether or not this is on behalf of Trifecta or not, I don't know. But what I do know is that she definitely has a point to make right now. Rhea Ripley stating that Io Shirai, this is what I said about in the match, Io Shirai needs to learn that things haven't ended between Trifecta and Shirai. Things only continued on. They only reached a new era at TakeOver New Orleans. Blanchard and Gabbett may be gone, but Ripley isn't. And Shirai's going to learn how much of a problem that is very soon. Rhea Ripley made a promise to Blanchard and Gabbett, and that promise was she would avenge the loss of Tessa Blanchard. She would regain the NXT Women's Championship, and she would bring it back to the belonging of Trifecta, and she will do that. Io Shirai, best be warned, your days are already numbered. Rhea Ripley, it seems, has the sight in front of her, and that sight is the NXT Women's Championship and Io Shirai. She's not going to wait. She's not going to work her way through a line. She is going to force her way to the front of it and to the NXT Women's Champion. Well, after one woman just got her test on NXT in front of the Hammerstein Ballroom. It's time for another guy to get his test here in NXT. This one going to be Jonathan Gresham, though. Made his debut, of course, the same time as LeRae and Brody King did, but Gresham now with a match coming up on his way here as he goes one-on-one against Ty Dillinger, the Octopus as he has been nicknamed in NXT, ready to find himself in a very with a very tough opponent. It's not as if he's going to get things easy here, and that's what I like to see. Got to test yourself. Got to be able to see where you are, where you belong on a brand like NXT. It's a dog-eat-dog world around here. Everyone wants to get on top of their game. Everyone wants to be at the very best because everyone realizes that some people here are going to get into the big stages. Some people here are going to be on the Raws, the ECWs, and SmackDowns. Some guys aren't. But what everyone wants it to be, of course, they want to be that guy. They want to be the guy who goes on to Raw, to SmackDown, to dominate it as well. To be a huge name on it, like those who have come up from NXT have been, like Nikki Cross in the SmackDown Women's Division, of course, like Kazuchika Okada, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Corin even, and Tyler Bate more recently as well. They want to be those kind of talents. And so they got to do everything they can in NXT to prove that they should be on those stages. And so everyone gets tested, much like Jonathan Gresham is here tonight by Ty Dillinger. Look at this. Oh, great strength from Dillinger there. May well be a lot smaller and a lot lighter than Dillinger. You can see it there. Look at the difference between these two guys. But that doesn't change the fact that, you know, Gresham, basically his weight comes down to pound for pound strength, as opposed to just bulk strength like a guy like Dillinger would have. Cravat suplex there by Jonathan Gresham as he's going here. Big uppercut to Dillinger. Do not let the height difference disparage you. Jonathan Gresham is making things happen right now. With the stick in his head again there into Ty Dillinger. Gets counted. Look for the elbow there to Dillinger. He got counted. Look for a boot there. Gresham gets counted. Great back and forth from both men. Drop toe hold there. Simple but effective. Very nicely done indeed. Back suplex from Gresham after it. Takes down Dillinger. Gresham fired up and ready to go here. Good counter from Dillinger though, who's also got that same kind of fire within him right now. He's well aware that he wants to make something happen. That he wants to make, you know, he wants to make something big happen here. He wants this win more than anything else right now. Same goes for Dillinger though, who in singles form has been a little bit shaky as of late, and so too has the duo of Perfect, really. After their great start, things have kind of started to move away from them. Good evasion there by Gresham. Snap me. Cow mutilation incoming. Cattle mutilation on Dillinger. This was the move that ended James Storm's tenure in this universe. Will Dillinger tap out to it? Yeah. He's kicking. Doesn't seem as if he can kick his way towards the ropes. Gresham keeping him pinned down, but Dillinger doing a great job there, fighting his way out of a big back elbow. Neck breaker attempt. Oh, kick in between the legs. Referee doesn't deem it a low blow. He kicked the taint. That's exactly what he did. He kicked the taint. Northern Lights suplex there from Gresham now. What does he have in mind here to try and win this one? Gresham lifting up Dillinger. High kick. Good counter by Dillinger. Sweeps the leg away while keeping Gresham's leg pinned up on his shoulder. Nowhere for Gresham to go there but down. And the perfect 10 though, sent to the outside. Dillinger frustrated as he gets back in the ring now. High kick again countered. Gresham trying too much here. And Dillinger making him pay. Gresham slips his way out of that hold though. Nicely done. Kick in the gut. Oh, there's the knee in the face. That's one of the ties. Tiebreaker. Something. Cover made and a very early kick out by Gresham. Dillinger not anywhere near enough. Close to ending this matchup right now. Gresham still up on his feet here, albeit a bit dazed right now. Clothesline from Dillinger, ducks under there, makes him pay. The Octopus has the Octopus stretch locked in. ducks the clothesline, traps the arm in, locks his body around Dillinger's, and Dillinger taps out. Jonathan Gresham with victory here on NXT, and a fine job indeed for the Octopus as things continue to progress in his career. Gresham with a very important victory under his belt. And things just getting better and better for him. Tough contest there. He was tested by Dillinger. Shake of the hand by him as well. Dillinger frustrated, but he's away. Gresham on this evening was the better man. So 1-for-1 on the new signings here on NXT. And now it is time for the tiebreaker. Will it be an evening for Josh Woods to remember as he goes one-on-one against the Stone Pitbull, Tomohiro Ishii, or will it go against the way that Woods wants it to be? Woods made his debut, was it only last week or was it 2 weeks ago on NXT? I think it was 2 weeks ago. Might be. Against, I think it was just Heath Slater, to be honest. But nevertheless, Woods, of course, the four-time All-American, incredibly talented amateur wrestler, incredibly gifted in that regard. But he needs to show why he's around here. He needs to show that he deserves to be here, that he belongs on NXT. And I mean, he has got a very tough match, though, I will say. It's not as if he's taking on a benchmark. Ishii is more than a benchmark. Ishii is one tough, hard-hitting bastard. And Ishii will tell you that he's that. He enjoys punching people in the face. He enjoys forearming them. And he's gonna enjoy this match, I think, then, because that is exactly the kind of guy that Josh Woods is. Very hard-hitting, can take a lot of punishment. And I think Ishii's going to have to find a different way to wrestle as well. Woods will look to go for a lot of grappling, a lot of keeping Ishii pinned down, a lot of taking him down to the mat, making sure that he can't get up to his feet. Just trying to control Ishii through the process of this match. That's what the game plan for Josh Woods will be in this one. Whether or not Ishii is going to let that happen or not, I very much doubt it. Nevertheless, though, he comes towards the ring, does Ishii. He had a great match, of course, last week against Jay Lethal in the main event. Fantastic back and forth from both men. Ishii just missed the brainbuster, and with it, missed his opportunity for a big win in the main event. But Ishii can definitely afford to bounce back right now as he goes one-on-one against Josh Woods here. Excited to see where this one goes. Especially for Woods as well. Where is his mind right now? What kind of a game plan does he have? And what could a win over Ishii like this do for Woods in his very early career here on NXT? Chinlock here. Ishii getting himself up to his feet right now, though. Takes Woods back down with the side headlock. This should be where Woods excels more. You know, the ground wrestling, mat wrestling. That's what I'm looking for. Locked up with a guy like Ishii, Woods should definitely find success in here with his All-American success. Up on their feet, however, and in just essentially just fighting with one another. I'll give the advantage to Ishii. Sit. Oh, good God! Not a sit-out powerbomb, but a last ride from Ishii there. Absolutely plants Woods into the mat, and things aren't looking much better for him. Wheelbarrow facebuster. Huge forearm in the face there. Ishii unloading away right now, keeping Woods pinned down in the corner. Look at this, stomping away on the shoulder there, it looks like. Ishii, certainly a lot of aggression stirring through him after last week, and why wouldn't there be? Cover made here, rope break by Woods, playing it safe. And Ishii taking the other arm now and biting down on it there. Ishii definitely taking some, I was about to say uncharacteristic, but that's actually kind of normal for Ishii. Some unorthodox, that'll be the better way of saying it. Woods starting to fight back here. Tiger suplex by Woods there. Ishii folding up inside out basically from that one. Forearm in the face now. Woods starting to unload here, starting to have life within him in the turnbuckle. We go for the double knees there. Ishii moved out of the way. Headbutt right in the chest from the Stone Pitbull, and that could have knocked the heart of Woods through his back. Ishii, big implant DDT there. I don't think I've seen that move from Ishii before. Woods though responding by kicking out right away. Ishii definitely learning the toughness of Josh Woods right now, as we all are. By no means is this one shaping up to be an easy one for the Stone Pitbull. Discus forearm, blocked. And look at the strength of Woods now. Oh, what a move. Fireman's carry into what looked like a spine buster of sorts there. Incredible work from Woods. But Ishii going to make him pay. Suplex incoming. No. Stopped by Woods. There's the leaping knee. The leaping knee. The high knee that got him victory in his debut. Will it put away Ishii? No. Kick out at 2 from the Stone Pitbull. Woods hasn't quite put things away just yet. Ishii, though, in trouble right now. Woods has him pinned down, and he is unloading away on him. Forearms, elbows even, into the head of Ishii. There's the mixed martial arts side now of Woods shining through. Up on the shoulders, good counter there. Russian leg sweep, or reverse DDT rather, from Ishii. Slice at the throat. Stone Pitbull maybe a little bit fired up now. Woods looking to ground him in his tracks, though. Northern Lights suplex. Cover made for victory. Kick out at 1. Kicks there from Woods, but Ishii responds by shoving him into the turnbuckle, kicks him in the leg there, I believe that one was. And again, Ishii returns to those stops right away on the arm, taking away his ability to hold on to the rope, and then into the chest. Ishii fired up right now. What are we going to see here? Hammerlock. Lariat! Oh my god! Ishii folded him inside out. Ishii folded him inside out with that one. Cover made. Still a kick out at 1. Woods still very much alive, much to the chagrin of Ishii. Woods up to his feet now. Not too sure what he was looking for. He missed it. Ishii makes him pay. Brain buster! In the ropes, though. Woods in the ropes. That brain buster should have ended things. And Woods, as a result, is still alive. Back suplex, spin out bomb. And look at Woods. He's getting up to his feet. Ishii should have ended it there. Shouldn't have floated right over into that cover. That was too close to the ropes to be planning something like that out. Kicking away at the leg now. Woods makes him pay, though. Choke slam maybe. Good counter from Ishii. Hit him hard. Up on the shoulders. Big time. Samoan drop there. Ishii lifts up Woods now. Discus forearm. Lights him up and could end it. Cover from Ishii for the victory. No! And Woods is able to pull himself up to the turnbuckle. Ishii not best pleased with that one. Comes charging in with a back elbow on Woods there. Oh my goodness, aggression from Ishii shining through. And here we go. Brain buster. This time, no ropes to save Woods. And it's over. Ishii is your winner. Well, Woods certainly got tested about his heart, about his desire, his adrenaline. It all got put to the test here tonight. And in the end, Ishii just had that bit more for victory. Ishii, your winner. The Stone Pitbull returning to victorious ways. What a performance it was, though, from Josh Woods. But that doesn't mean that we can gloss over the Stone Pitbull's performance here tonight. Ishii wins. I wonder, like I said with Itami at the top of the evening, I wonder what the future holds for Ishii. Well, that's it. Certainly interesting. Shayna Baszler accepting the challenge of Toni Storm. And I wonder when that match will happen. Maybe it could be as soon as next week. We will wait to see on that one. But as for right now, it's time for our main event of the evening here on NXT. Kassius Ohno, in his first match in NXT, going to be facing the NXT champion himself. Oh, what a tough match this will be for Ohno, that's for certain. Ohno certainly seems if he wasn't in the the plan, the mindset of Mr. Dredge, and as a result, he's made his way down to NXT. That doesn't mean to say that Ohno is overlooked or anything like that. He's certainly not. He's a very fine athlete, Kassius Ohno is, and he can get the best out of anyone, really. We saw it a lot on Raw. How many talented matches this guy can have. But the problem always was is he could have these great matches, but it always felt like he was never able to get the win in them. He'd go a lot of steps towards making something great happen, but he couldn't put together that final big combination, that final thing necessary to win. And in all honesty, I don't think that's going to start here tonight, because this is the man who he's taking on, the man who dethroned Tyler Bates, the NXT champion himself, Brian Cage. Doesn't seem as if Cage has decided to bring out the NXT championship here tonight. What a bell end. Nevertheless, unless he's got it underneath that jumper, I don't know. But whatever the case is, Brian Cage heading towards the ring right now for this matchup here against Kassius Ohno. His first performance as champion, it seems, in the last month that he's been gone. He's growing out the hair a little bit. Cage with a little bit more of a new look to him. And the Machine certainly with a big mindset to him, certainly with a mindset that's looking towards his future here as the man of NXT, as the guy on top, as the champion. The same belt that has been held by Okada, Corin, Bate, now held by Brian Cage. And Kassius Ohno is about to experience the wrath of a champion very early on. This is our main event of the evening, Kassius Ohno versus Brian Cage. Non-title, of course, but both guys with plenty to prove in this one. Brian Cage charging in with a clothesline there. Look at this, though. Rolling cutter now from Kassius Ohno. These two guys, no feeling out process, it seems. They're just going to throw... They're going to throw hard hits at one another right from the very get-go here. German suplex from Cage, and here we go now. Throwing spuds at one another in the early phases of this matchup. Saito suplex from Cage there, and down goes Ohno. Brian Cage has a statement message to be made in his first match as NXT champion, and that is something that he is going to get across right away this early in the match. A front pile driver! Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Ohno, though, maybe a little too early in the match to be go for something like that. There's the resiliency of Ohno shining through, up to his feet, and sending Cage into the ring, only to get flattened with a big-time clothesline. Ohno fighting back early on here. Big-time big boot there to Cage, who rolls out of the way of it. Look at these guys now trading with one another, trading blow for blow, tit for tat between these guys. In the corner we go. Oh, was that a knee in the chest? I believe that one was from Cage there. This match has just been 100 miles an hour from the get-go. There's been no, like I said, there was no feeling out process. There's been no learning each other's opponents and weaknesses. Both these guys have come into this match with the same mentality, and that's to have one hell of a fight. Overhand punch there by Kassius Ohno. His face red. Look at the reddening on his face from the hits of Brian Cage. Looks for a big boot. Cage steps off there. And oh, slingshot spear through the ropes as well. The champion with a very aggressive move there. Discus forearm, missed on it. Ohno makes him pay. Give him a cravat and he'll have some fun. Cravat neck breaker there. Stomping on the arm as well, trying to take away the power advantage that Cage has in this one. Ohno now dragging him away from the ropes a little bit. He looked for the cover on the champion here, looking to try and put him away. Cover made here, hoping for victory, only gets a 1 count. What a win it would be for Kassius Ohno, though. First match in NXT. To be the one to beat the NXT champion for the very first time as well. Cage has not been beaten since his arrival to NXT. Uh-oh. Trapped in that arm there. and sent him into the mat with it, but Kassius Ohno still able to fight back here. Still able to keep going. Chops, chop for chop, trading one another. This is the strength of Cage now. Samoan drop. Devastating move from Brian Cage, and he looks to be lining himself up for something on a very dazed Kassius Ohno. Knee in the face, discus clothesline. And the champion, all of a sudden, feeling awfully confident about being in control, and why wouldn't he be? Roll, Jesus! Airplane spin, fireman's carry, cutter. Ohno started off hot, but now he's starting to figure out, he's starting to find out rather, the brutality that comes from the NXT champion. Oh, good counter there from Ohno. Cage looked like he was charging in and got met with a DDT. Ohno now trying to take a moment, I think, to recover here. But Cage, look at that, just a cat-like reactions there. And a German suplex. Grounds Ohno down again. That front face lock STO may be incoming. Ohno finds the counter to it there. Look at this now from Ohno. Huge power. Running sit-out powerbomb. Still fighting Ohno as well. He's going to look for a huge win. He might be looking for a tremendous upset. Ohno. Death by elbow. It could happen. It could happen. Ohno could be the first guy to beat Brian Cage. Here's the cover. Oh, never mind. Kick out at 1. Ohno's reaction tells the whole story. But he's staying alive here. He's keeping his mindset in the right direction. Ohno, clothesline, second clothesline. Ducks under there. Cage moves out of the way. DDT plants him. Ohno in deep trouble now. That DDT caught him. I think it busted him open as well. And Brian Cage now interested in only one thing, and that would be victory. Drill claw from Cage. The champion covers Ohno. And that'll end things. Brian Cage, your winner. And everyone just saw why he's the NXT champion and why everyone else on this roster should be very, very afraid of the machine. Brian Cage wins in this main event. Just a fight from opening bell to closing bell, but it was one that Cage came out on top in. This is your NXT champion. This is the new face of NXT, and there is a reason for it. Is there anyone who can stop this man at NXT? I wonder. A month to go until TakeOver. Brian Cage looks as dominant as ever. That finishes things from this episode of NXT. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, guys, and ta-ra.